Hello again, everyone. This is Cami Bamey, and I'm here today with two exceptional and talented people that I've come to know very, very well. I'm here with Rob McFadden, president of Veridian Network. Hello, Rob.
Good morning.
And Meredith Burkich, vice president of Veridian Network.
Good morning, Cami.
Very wonderful to be here with both of you, and we're going to talk about something that I know is near and dear to both of your hearts. We're going to talk a little bit about the profession of direct selling. So, Rob, I think just start us out and help us understand how direct sales differs from a traditional business model.
Well, I think that the easy answer to that is the fact that traditional business is based on numbers. It's mass production, mass media, mass advertising. They go for a lot of exposure so that they can try to pick out those that are truly interested in their product or service in order to capture the growth of their particular market segment. And so with direct sales, it doesn't rely on mass. It relies on relationships. It relies on the personal skills and the personal friendships, both from family members as well as just friends, coworkers. It's anybody that you have a relationship with. And so it is proven that there is an immense amount of stickiness when it comes to a customer that joins a particular program or uses a particular product or service when they were introduced to that by someone that they respect. And so I think the statistic is 4 times greater or 4 times more likely to use a particular product for a longer period if you were introduced to it by someone that you like.
So it's really a relationship driven by individuals as opposed to a mass. So Meredith, what would you say makes that a powerful business model, or what are the benefits of direct sales?
Well, I think the benefits of direct sales are very, very far-reaching, and they're different to different people as far as what appeals to them. But if you were to choose, say, the top 3, top 5 reasons why people are attracted to direct selling, the flexibility would have to be one of them, because people can work it around their regular schedule. They can fit it in as they can. They can set their own priorities and their own goals. And you hear the term a lot, be your own boss. And that does appeal to a lot of people because so much in life is not in our control. And so to be able to say, no, this is exactly what I want to do, exactly what I want to accomplish, and the goals that I have before me build on the significant things that are in my life that I want to make sure are priorities. And that way we can, again, feel like we're in control. Those are the overarching reasons. I think that when you look at the benefits, of course, it's all about time freedom, and it's working towards either just supplying a really hard need in your life of supplementing an income that's been cut back, as far as being able to provide your family with what you might not otherwise be able to afford. That's a big one. But for some people, they are really looking for a significant life-changing situation that they want to get out of, that they want to improve upon, that's dramatic. And so this, again, goes back to the flexibility piece, not only for your time, but the flexibility of being able to make $500 a month and make a car payment, or make $5,000 a month, or if you have a grand vision, $50,000 a month, and really significantly impact and change the lives of yourself and those that you care about.
Yeah, well, it's a wonderful industry that can really have enormous benefits for the individual. Rob, what about for the company? How are direct sales companies actually faring in this economy?
Well, I mean, in this particular economy, that in America we cycle. And so sometimes we have up economies, sometimes we have down economies, and sometimes those downs are deeper than we'd like, and sometimes the highs last longer than we would anticipate. So unfortunately, in our current market, we're in a dip, in a recession that's impacted a lot of families, and it's hurt a lot of people. And if you look at the statistics in direct sales in our space, in our industry, if you were to take, for example, the top 7 direct selling companies that are publicly traded, their stock values performed, I believe the statistic is 4 times greater than the average Dow Jones at that same level. So if you were to really analyze the numbers, direct sales are really where you need to be, because it is where you have more stability and more ability to grow and accomplish your goals than investing in some random portfolio that you have no control over.
So we're seeing this enormous trend and benefit from the company perspective, and companies that are doing so well in this economy. Meredith, is that translating to the individual? Are we seeing more people working from home now?
Absolutely, we are. And that really started back in the 90s when there was a much smaller recession than what we're experiencing right now, which is obviously much larger in scale. But we also have seen that the people that are coming to this industry now are very much the group of professionals, people that have have degrees, people that have pursued, more of a white collar lifestyle, and they are looking at this because their portfolios have been decimated because their 401k has turned into a 101k, and so people are looking at this and saying, this commute, what it's taking away from my family as far as my time. I'm really not willing to be in this rat race anymore. And so we are seeing a huge transition of people trying to, again, take control of their own destiny, work from home, and home-based businesses are multiplying at a more rapid rate than ever in our history as a nation, especially as people are just wanting to get their lives back.
And I know that for each of you, this is an industry that has had a strong part of your background, and that's something I'd love for you to talk about a little bit. How has this industry affected you personally? Let's start with you, Meredith.
Well, I began my adventure in network marketing back in 1990, and that was, again, a career decision that my husband and I made when I was pregnant with our first child and wanted to stay home. And we kind of looked at our finances and went, ouch, because I was on the corporate trail. I had a great job, great future, loved what I did. But, again, it was a personal priority of us that we said, we really want to have a parent in the home. And so the financial strain was significant because I was walking away from a very good income. And so in exploring a lot of options, I found, going back to the benefits of direct selling, that this would be a potential venue for us to work it around my husband's schedule, to work it around what would be our upcoming children's schedule. And for the next 12 years, I was able to be at home, have a family, never miss a field trip, never miss an activity. And the gift that it has given me it's immeasurable. It's priceless. I can never pay back this industry on what it gave to me. And then from there, I decided that I really wanted to give back to the industry, and that's what really kind of brought me over to the corporate side. Was seeing how many people I could help to have the same gift given to them through direct selling that was given to me.
So, Meredith, let me build on that, if I may. You had mentioned that you got involved in direct sales back in 1990. Well, I started in 1992. And so for me, I was in my youthful exuberance. I had gotten rid of all my youthful jitters, and I was at a precipice where I said, okay, at this crossroads in my life, what do I need to do? I need to either make a decision to go to school, start a family, or choose a career path. And so for me, I sat and looked at what my options were. And when I identified the fact that if it was all about the vehicle that I was about to choose and where I was going to end up, so I could be the best cashier on the planet, but the most money I was ever going to make was $15 an hour. Clearly that wasn't good for me personally in my lifestyle, or what I was hoping my lifestyle would be. Then I thought, okay, well, if I go down a professional career path like a plumber or an electrician, which are great professions, admirable, but the most I was ever going to make was $60 or $80 an hour. That was going to be the cap because that was the vehicle that I was choosing if I'd gone down that road. And similarly, if I'd gone to a doctor or if I'd gone to a lawyer, even though the numbers have another zero on the end, I could make $400 or $600 an hour as a doctor or as an attorney. Those vehicles were limited in the capacity that they were able to provide for me and what ultimately would become my family. And so for me, it was a conscious choice as well. When I sat down and watched the first time circles ever being drawn, I was so enamored with the concept that I had a limitless possibility in front of me, that nobody was going to cap my future based on statistics or standards or whatever else somebody was going to put in front of me. And so I made a decision to go into this industry as someone who could really achieve what I felt my potential was. And so what this has done for me is not only opened up my world in the ability to travel the world and the ability to achieve an income that most people would think is unattainable. In this profession, with this vehicle, it is not unattainable. Anybody can achieve anything and everything that they hope or that they aspire to for themselves. And finally, the people that I've been able to meet are unmatched. I've met people like Meredith Burkich. I've met people like Cami Bamey. And our field leaders, I have been privileged to travel to multiple countries with our top field associates who are the best quality individuals, both personally and professionally, that you could ever meet because they're self-motivated, they are high integrity, and they're generally fun to be with. And that's been one of the best assets I've ever had from this industry.
That's incredible. Thank you so much to you both. I think that myself, being a newcomer to this industry, have already seeing the powerful relationships that can be built and the genuine nature of the people who really love this industry and this profession. And I appreciate both of your time today to help us understand it a little more and the power that it has. Thank you both.
Thank you, Cam.
Have a good day.